viewers. We're going to talk about a film called Elle. Elle is directed by Paul Verhoven, who is a very known director in terms of he produced some hits like Basic Instinct and Total Recall. He's also the director of the film called Black Book, which I admire a lot. So Mr. Verhoeven tried this film um, to take place in Hollywood, but it didn't work out because of producer didn't think this is a good plot for to be made in the U.S. So he went back to France and casted a French actors and made this film. And this film is definitely a psychological thriller genre. It starts with Isabelle Huppert, Lauren Lafitte, Anna Cossini, and other actors. Um, the film is a definitely one of the strangest has the strangest opening scene, and obviously one of the shocking scenes you can ever see in any movie. The first scene starts with Isabelle Huppert as a middle-aged woman who is also separated from her husband, and she was in her house, and then an intruder, masking with a ski mask and with a black outfit, intrudes and brutally rapes her.
Violée?
Mon Dieu.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils t'ont dit les flics? T'as pas été les voir?
Bon, on commande.
So whenever that happens, our expectation becomes that, oh, it could be like a revenge film, or it could be who has done that crime. But this movie is not about that, or the reaction of the victim who got raped. The character played by Isabelle Huppert, her name is Michelle. She is a very complicated woman. She doesn't go or she doesn't react to a certain situation what normally you would expect a woman would do at that kind of situation. She doesn't call cops. She doesn't take up the gun and start hunting who has done that. Instead, she she doesn't even cry or doesn't even show the remorse or pain. There is a certain silence after that brutal rape has happened with her, and then after a couple of days, she calls her ex-husband and a business partner and her husband, and tells very simply that, well, I was assaulted sexually, and she made it very normal. And then as the movie goes on, we know about her past and why she doesn't call cops, because she doesn't believe in cops at all, because she had a history when she was young. Her father murdered a few children, and cop have taken her as well when she was a kid as a helper of her father's. That's why she hates her father, but as well as she hates the justice system or the legal system and the cops. So she doesn't go to cop. She takes it very normally. She kind of wait the rape to happen again, because she thinks that it could be the person who has some hidden agenda with her. It could be someone has a hidden crush with her, or hidden revenge on her. So the person who is doing rape could be a person who has a certain animosity towards her. So she has to find out, and she is a CEO of a video games production. She has a partner. She has a complicated relationship with her partner's husband. She has bit of affair, what we can say. She has a son who is in an abusive relation. Her son likes a girl, and that girl is abusive to him by every mean. Um, and this is really lots of shades on the complication on the characters that intriguing that is most intriguing part of the film. In terms of acting, Isabelle Huppert all the way looked convincing and pulled off one of the finest performances on her career. I've seen few of her movies, but I haven't seen with such shades of the character of her and pulling out that easily. It's one of the fine acting done by a leading lady in 2016 in any part of the globe. Um, in terms of mystery, there is a mystery between one-on-one relation with the characters.
On était accroupis dans les buissons en train d'observer votre maison.
Et vous avez vu son visage?
Non, il portait un masque ou une espèce de cagoule de ski.
Tu la raccompagnes?
There is no such swift turn and a big, shock in terms of what you expect in a thriller movie. There is element of shock and there is element of reaction the characters pulls through.
Tu vas au ski?
Quand tu veux, je t'emmène.
C'est pas la première fois qu'il se manifeste. Tu pirates les ordinateurs perso de tous les employés.
C'est grave comme infraction.
Mais il y a un fou qui rôde.
Non mais les fous j'ai l'habitude, c'est ma spécialité.
So, what I'm trying to say, this movie is not very conventional at all. Obviously, Paul Verhoven, Paul is sort of the director that pulls out something very, very peculiar. He has done that with this character in this movie. And I don't want to reveal much about the climax and who has done it and what is the end of such atrocity that happens, or can she find out who is the person? She basically tries to find out who is the person by calming herself down, and she guesses whether it is someone who works under her. She guesses whether it is her ex-husband. She guesses whether it is somebody she knows, she's very close, whether it is her neighbor, whether it is somebody completely unknown. She finds out that herself and tries to resolve the problem. And that's I've seen that film probably 3 to 4 months ago, and I was definitely moved. And I tried to see it recently to review this movie because it's one of the movies that you want to talk about, but you don't want to reveal too much about the characters' interaction and the complexity of the characters' interactions. Even the last line or the ending of the film leaves you towards an open idea about the character, where they're heading and what they're heading. These characters have their own kind of logic and the build-up of reaction. If certain reaction happens, then it has been explained pretty well throughout the movie. In terms of performances, most of the performances are brilliant, but Isabelle Huppert, again, I'm saying that she is truly amazing in this film. In terms of direction, Paul Verhoven has definitely got it yet. It's probably one of the finest movie of, if not the finest. This is probably, to me, the best movie he has done, although I like Black Book a lot. This is a movie he should be made. It's such a shame that he couldn't make it in US. But definitely, guys, no, show your friends. But this movie, like other Paul Verhoeven movie, has some adult, um, um, deals with adult things, or adult, content. So yeah, I would probably tell that probably you can see with your parents, but yeah, I mean, you definitely can see with your partner or friends. And yeah, this is a very good film, and I highly recommend this. This is one of the finest European film of 2016 for me. I haven't seen yet Tony Erdmann, um, but I've seen few others. Like I've seen few Danish film, few Swedish film, few Belgian film, few other German film, and French films as well. But this is one of the most complex movie I've seen in 2016. So very well recommended. I hope you guys like this movie and like this review as well. I don't want to give up too much, but there are certain premises that I had to talk to, and I think, well, I don't want to give up more information than this. It's a very good movie. Well recommended. Thank you.